beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching this. For today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at the person on your mind. What are their current thoughts and feelings about you? Before we get into this reading though, I do want to say that while it's helpful to know how somebody feels about you, I think it's more important to pay attention to how you feel about this person and look at their actions and how they make you feel, but also like if there's any confusion around this situation, explore that confusion deeper. And maybe this reading will help you with that, but like I would say to tune in first before you try focusing on how somebody else is feeling about you. So with that being said, to do this reading, I have 4 piles. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. I'm going to add the crystals and I'll be right back. Here I've added the crystals. For pile 1, we have a blue lace agate chunk. For pile 2, we have a tiger's eye chunk. For pile 3, we have a citrine chunk. And for pile 4, we have this aquamarine chunk. Pick whichever pile number, or crystal is calling you most, and that is going to be your reading. Timestamps will be listed down below along with the decks that I use. That's always listed in the description box. Now let's head into this reading. Hello pile 1, how are you doing? Let me know in the comments section below. You've chosen this beautiful blue lace agate chunk. I'm going to keep your crystal right here. And before we get into your reading, if you want to dive deeper into your inner work journey and connect deeper to your spirit, then consider one-on-one coaching with me. Through my one-on-one coaching program, I help you connect to your spirit in a way that's aligned and specifically designed for you. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, the link is in the description box for my coaching. And if you want to book personal tarot readings, the link for that is also in the description box. So now let's start off with an energy check to see, and before I get these, to see your energy, their energy, and just get any zodiac confirmation signs. So we have dolphin as your energy. We have the shark and octopus as their energy. And then I'm also going to pull some tarot for that too. And then we have Aquarius, sun, and water. Let me quickly lay this out and I'll be right back. Alright, so I've laid these out. Now I'm going to pull the cards for this, the tarot cards. So, Spirit, could you give me pile 1's energy, current energy right now? Can I get 1 card? Pile 1's current energy. We have the 8 of Wands, and then the person that's on pile 1's mind, can we get 1 card for their energy, their current energy? We have the 4 of Cups being reversed. Alright. And then 1 card to represent the energy between them. Friendly? Or confused. We'll get into this. Okay, so these are just extra confirmation for zodiac signs. So this person or you could be Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising. You or this person could have a very strong sun placement or have significant water placements. Like you could have water signs as your sun, moon, or rising. They could have that. Also, the numbers 2, 11, 24, and 13 might be significant to you guys somehow, some way, whoever you're asking about. So, your energy looks very beautiful. We have the dolphin here, which the dolphin is very playful, very social, very interactive. And the 8 of Wands is also about like being social, talking to people, going out and meeting new people, fast-paced energy, fast movement, and lots of like messages coming in. So you could be very active socially right now. Your current energy seems very socially active, or at least your energy is very open to being socially active, to meeting new people, to or just having good conversation with your friends or going out and having fun and enjoying your life. It kind of seems like your current energy is prepared and ready to just enjoy life and have fun in your community. And this is very beautiful energy. I love this for you, Pile 1. And the person that's on your mind, it kind of seems like one with the shark here, that they're very focused right now. They're like intently focused on getting something, achieving their goals or going after their goals. Also with the Four of Cups, it seems like being reversed, it seems like they recently got a new opportunity that came in, and I think they're coming out of a funk or out of a period of time of stagnancy where they may have felt bored or just not very engaged or enjoying life. I think they're coming out of that. I feel like they're finally making some moves. I also feel like this person is learning a lot about boundaries and speaking their mind or being more open and honest about their feelings. I feel like up until now, they may have been very reserved with their feelings, very reserved with their communication, or they held back a lot. And I think they're finally learning that doing so isn't actually giving them the results that they want. So they're going to have to be a bit more open. Like, I feel like they may have lacked proper boundaries. I think in some cases they were a little too open, and in other cases where they needed to be a bit more open, they closed themselves off. And I feel like they're starting to learn how to balance those things out and how to work with boundaries and how to work with their energy like that. But I definitely feel like this person has a lot to say and a lot to communicate, either to you or to people in general. And it just seems like they've been confused or not known what words to use, or they struggled to find the right words to communicate their emotions and thoughts. And maybe because they didn't quite understand them, but they're gaining a better understanding of their emotions. And so I feel like soon they'll be able to actually convey them to you. But I also do want to say that on your end, I feel like there's a lot of movement and momentum happening for you. So for you, I specifically see that there's luck coming in, good energy and fast momentum building up in your life. And I feel like you're just playing and having fun with life. And you may even have gone through a recent period of inner child healing or been working on that. And if that's the case, I feel like your energy is starting to slowly open back up. Actually, not very slowly because we have the Eight of Wands here. I feel like your energy is opening back up to being more playful and just opening up in general, so you're not so closed off. I think your heart is also opening up a lot, and it feels like your current energy is very open to receiving and open to mingling. And it seems like you've had your boundaries in place. Like, now you've already learned that you know how to open up without sacrificing your values and your core being. And I also want to say that because all of your cards here with your dolphin and the shark and the octopus, both of you guys have a lot of water energy, which makes perfect sense that the water element did show up here. And for your person, they have the Four of Cups here, so that's another card of water. I feel like there's just a lot of emotions in this relationship. And even with the Three of Cups here, which is the energy between the two of you, I think there's a lot of emotion, a deep emotional connection. And even if you guys haven't expressed that yet, which is kind of what I'm thinking, because we have the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So I'm getting the feeling that you haven't actually expressed your emotions fully to each other, but there is a lot of deep emotion and care for each other. With the Three of Cups, there's a lot of like friendly energy, a lot of like wanting to be there for the other person and uplifting energy between the two of you. It's just, it hasn't really been communicated or fully expressed. And I'm also feeling like there's this wanting the other to win between the two of you, like wanting each other to win, wanting to see each other winning, wanting to see each other uplifted. And for some of you with this Three of Cups, this may apply. There may be third party interference between your guys' like relationship. This could be children, this could be family, this could be work, this could be other people, friends and whatnot. It could be so many things depending on the relationship that you're asking about here. But there does seem to be that side of it too, that between the two of you, maybe that's what's not allowed you guys to fully express how you're feeling. But there seems to be this block in a third party situation that is keeping you two from fully expressing your emotions and how you're feeling to each other. And if this sounds more like your person and this sounds more like you, then switch the roles as it needs to be. You may also find that you guys mirror each other in some cases, like that does happen. But yeah, anyways, let's now move on. So if this does sound like you and your person in your guys' relationship, then congratulations, you found your pile. Let's go into their thoughts and feelings of you. All right, so these are the oracle cards for their current thoughts and feelings for you. We have organization, romance, and action. So for some of you, this is definitely going to be about a romantic relationship. For others of you, this may be more work related or a work romance, in which case the third party could be work and maybe you guys can't actually be in a relationship because of work factors or things like that. But their current thoughts and feelings of you is planning how to take action towards you, planning a move towards you. They seem ready now with this Four of Cups. I already got that message, but they finally seem ready to take action towards you. They seem to be coming out of this. Maybe this was their planning phase. They're coming out of it. They're finally recognizing and realizing that if they want something, they're going to have to express it, and that they're going to have to be the one to make the move towards you, that they can't just keep waiting, because otherwise it's never going to come. So it seems like they're making plans in their head on how best to take action towards you. And with romance here, I mean, it definitely seems like their current thoughts and feelings towards you are rather romantic and that they want to romance you. So if you're asking about a friendship, this may still apply, but if you're asking about a friendship where that wouldn't apply, this could just mean that their current thoughts and feelings towards you are one where they want to help you in romance, or they want to help you, like help to uplift you so that you feel good. This message is not likely going to be for somebody outside of a romantic relationship, even if you don't know it yet, even if in your mind you're not thinking of that. I think that this person is seeing it that way. So let's see what their current thoughts and feelings are. Spirit, what are the person on pile one's mind, current thoughts and feelings about pile one? We have the black shuck, which is death, 13. And don't be alarmed by that. What are their current thoughts and feelings towards pile one? The Five of Wands. King of Pentacles. Okay, I kind of feel like, yeah. Ooh, we have the Fool at the bottom. Okay. For some of you, I feel like this person is worried that if they come towards you, you might either reject them, or that like if it doesn't work out, it might ruin the relationship that you guys have currently. I feel like this person might be concerned with opening up because they're afraid of getting hurt. Because perhaps in the past, they've been hurt before when they've opened up and expressed their emotions. And so now, you know, they're a little bit hesitant to do that. But I feel like their current thoughts and feelings towards you is is wanting this transformation, is wanting to change the dynamic of your relationship, wanting to change the dynamic of your relationship to be more romantic or to be more stable and secure, wanting to be this like stable, secure presence in your life, and wanting to also like kind of lock it down, wanting to stabilize things and root things out in this relationship, to have a secure foundation with you. I feel like they know that possibly with this Five of Wands here, there's going to be a bit of a conflict in that. Like there seems to be a little bit of a conflict in establishing this relationship. And it seems like they're very conflicted internally on how to make this move, or if it's even the right move to make. And I think their mind is also extremely conflicted because they don't want to be hurt, and they also don't want to lay out all their cards if there's no real potential. So I feel like they're very confused. Like also they don't know if this is like they don't know if you'd be on board and if this would work out, and if it's worth jeopardizing the current standing you guys have in between you to bring these emotions up and to the surface. But with the King of Pentacles here, it is like deep down they actually do want to stabilize this. They want to be like solid with you. They want to lock it down. And we do have the Fool at the bottom, so it's like they want to try and have a new beginning here, especially because we do start off with death. So it's like they want this transformation. Their current thoughts and feelings is like they want it, but they're also not sure if you want it. And they're also kind of weary to be hurt. They don't want to be hurt, and they don't want to put their show their cards if it might result in them getting hurt. And for some of them, they may have to leave something else behind in order to walk towards you. So walking towards you might mean leaving something else behind, and that might be scary too. And if you guys do work together and you guys can't be together in this, working environment, because some work environments don't allow like relationships among employees, I think. So if that's the case, then that might be a concern for them too, that like you may not be able to have this relationship while the two of you are working here together, or that it might jeopardize your working relationship. And if this person walked away from you, then I feel like they walked away, but they never truly emotionally walked away from you. And it's been a really big struggle in their mind, because I feel like they may have walked away out of fear of getting hurt, and only to then realize that actually they're still hurting, and that walking away was really a struggle for them. And they may have thought it would be easy, but actually it's been very difficult for them to have walked away from this. But regardless, I feel like they want an opportunity, or at least they want to try and see if there's any way that they can show up and build a stable foundation with you, stabilize this foundation, the foundation of this relationship, and at the very least, be honest about how they're feeling and the hurts and things that they've experienced, but they have to overcome their mind when it comes to this. I feel like their mind is the thing that's holding them back, because their mind is very much trying to protect them from getting hurt. So before this happens, and depending on where this person is, though, I feel like with the Four of Cups, they're kind of coming to this realization. It will take their mind, or them overcoming their thoughts and their fears, to finally step into this position where they lay out their cards and try to stabilize this relationship. So now let's get some guidance and next step our next steps for you from Spirit, we have the Five of Swords. A lot of 5 energy in your reading, because 23 is also a 5. You have the 5 of Wands here. You have the 5 of Swords. So I feel like there is a change and a shift happening in this relationship. And it might have to do with the changes that you've brought in yourself. Because I also feel like with this the 8 of Wands and the Dolphin, that you're kind of entering this magnetic period where your energy is very magnetic. And so this person might also be drawn back to you because of that magnetic energy that you're like exuding. We have Mookaite Jasper and Turquoise. I actually have my turquoise right here, so we're gonna keep it right here for you guys. I always do this. I put it here, but it would probably make more sense right here. Anyways, let me read from the guidebook for these, but just off the bat, I'm getting the feeling that your guidance is, when you have the opportunity, or if you have the opportunity, be open and honest and like allow yourself to express whatever it is, whatever concerns you have, whatever things that you want to get off your chest. And ultimately, if this person isn't showing up or isn't giving you what you want or being like upfront with you, then it's time for you to like move on. Or no, like basically with the 5 of Swords, I'm getting the feeling that it's time for you to decide whether it's even worth your time and effort to keep focusing on this person. I feel like it's probably best for you, and Spirit is really encouraging you to shift your focus towards yourself, to shift your focus away from any confliction in this relationship and any conflicting thoughts, and just work on you. And I feel like you're already doing that, but Spirit is really encouraging you to just, like, if there is confliction in this and you're confused about it, or they're confused and they're not really being upfront or giving you the clarity that you need, then do your best to just shift your focus back onto yourself. And things are going to change. Like, this relationship dynamic is not going to stay the same way forever, but the more you focus on yourself, the more you focus on doing good for you and just enjoying your life, even if that confusion is still in the back of your head, or even if that lack of clarity is still there, I feel like it'll help shift the dynamic quicker, because your energy is being more consumed with you, and it's not you're not so worried. Like, yeah, you're confused and it's still there in the back of your mind, but you're moving forward regardless, and you're not allowing that to drag you down or consume you. So let me read from the guidebook. And then also I would say to just enjoy your life, like ground really heavily, ground, and have grounding practices for yourself, so that when these confusing thoughts do come up, you don't spiral in them, but you're able to just ground back and center. Let's see. Mookaite Jasper. Risk, adventure, new experiences, exploring unknown territory, claiming personal power. All relationships evolve. By healing old patterns that may have blocked you from experiencing relationships as deeply nourishing oh my god, nourishing and joy-giving, you are also evolving. Do not look at the old maps of where you have been, or talk about how things will always be the way they were in the past. Wow, I love that I just said that. The future is full of possibilities. Be here now in the present moment, drawing in the power of Mookaite Jasper Spirit to amplify your adventurous spirit. You are transforming in this moment, becoming the person you need to be to have the relationship you desire. You are called to banish fear as you sail forth into unfamiliar seas. You can trust yourself now, for you have learned so much. It's interesting that I put this on the side that has your person, because this advice also seems to apply to them. But We have Mookaite Jasper assists us in deepening our understanding and healing old wounds by allowing us to review our experiences from a new perspective. This allows revision of our old stories and helps us recognize that everyone is doing the best that they can with what they know at the time. This is an excellent stone to bring light and healing to the darkness of childhood wounds, which is so fascinating that I was getting that with your energy anyways. And I also feel like with this message coming up that maybe you and your person are a bit afraid, but I think that it's more, the fear is more on them than it is on you, but I feel like both of you still have that fear. So we have storytelling, reframing a different way of perceiving. The story of a relationship may change over time as you come to recognize and accept your role in the dynamic. Be brave and acknowledge your mistakes, but also the remarkable work you have done to learn from them and heal your past. Reframing what happened can help you move forward with greater wisdom and strength. If you are seeking a relationship, think about the story you have written about why you haven't yet found the partnership you yearn for. Have you focused only on the details about your shortcomings or challenges and forgotten your strengths and all that you have done right? Now is the time to reconsider your story so that you can write the best one for you. Turquoise teaches the beauty of wholeness. It assists us in honoring and bringing together all the pieces of ourselves in order to see the magnificence in the unique collage that we are. Meditation with the stone allows us to honor the whole of our being even when others do not. So pile 1, this is where I'm going to leave your reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you, and thank you so much for being here. I hope that this reading helped you, and if it does, or if it resonated with you, then like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I'll catch you in another video or reading. Bye. Hello pile 2, how are you doing? Let me know in the comment section below. You've chosen this tiger's eye crystal, and I'm gonna keep your crystal right here. And before we get into your cards, if you're interested in diving deeper into your inner work journey, then consider one-on-one coaching with me. Through my one-on-one coaching program, I help women connect to their spirit in a way that's aligned and specifically designed for you. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, the link for that is in the description box, and the link to my personal tarot readings are also in the description box. So now let's get into your reading. So we'll start off with your energy check, which I guess let me just put that here for now. We have your current energy, which we have the Cobra and the Peacock. The Cobra did kind of come out like reverse, so I was going to interpret it both ways. Then your person's energy, which is the Cheetah, and obviously flip the roles if you need to. And then we have the zodiac signs for extra confirmation between the two of you. This could be either you or your person. We have Saturn, and it specifically came out reversed, so I wanted to keep it like that. We have Earth and Fire. Let me quickly lay this out properly, and I'll be right back. Okay, so first I'll start with these zodiac confirmations. Either you or your person could have a not so great Saturn placement, or you could be going through a Saturn return, or Saturn in your chart right now is very significant. There could be a lot of like placements around Saturn, or just a lot of heavy energy with your Saturn or your person's. You guys could have significant fire or earth placements. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Those placements could either be your guys' sun, moon, rising, or just heavy in your chart. You could have Saturn in a fire sign or Saturn in an earth sign, or your person could have that, vice versa. This is a 19, 23, and 26, so those numbers could be significant. Now let's start with your energy. Actually, wait, hold on. I was supposed to pull tarot cards. So, Spirit, what is pile 2's current energy? Can we get one card for pile 2's current energy? Thank you. We have the Five of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Then can we get one card for the person on pile 2's mind, their current energy? And then the energy between these two. What is the energy between pile 1 and their person? Can we get a card on the energy between pile 1 and their person? So pile 2, I've laid out all your cards. Let's start with your energy first. You have the Cobra, the Peacock, the Queen of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. What that's giving me is that your current energy is a lot about learning and diving deeper into you, into your money blocks, into if you've been feeling closed off, or if you've had a lot of experiences where you may have been like emotionally closed off, or like you just felt a little bit isolated. I feel like you're diving deeper into that. But even if that's not the case, I feel like you're just diving deeper into your finances, into your money blocks, into opening yourself up, into connecting with yourself on a deeper level. I feel like you're very much exploring your mind, your subconscious, exploring your belief system and whether it's serving you or not, exploring specifically your beliefs around finances and around money. I think you're really starting to learn a great deal. Like, I feel like you're really in this learning phase. Like you're consuming a lot of information, it seems like, and you're up leveling too. That word kept coming up when I was pulling your cards. So I feel like you're really up leveling your mind. You're increasing the awareness to your thoughts and your belief systems. And overall, I feel like you're starting to really come into your own and step into your own power, see your own power, and really, like up leveling and just holding space for yourself and your thoughts, but not allowing your emotions to kind of get the best of you. I get the feeling that you're really balancing things out for yourself and learning how to do that. But the other thing that I wanted to point out before I get into the energy of your person is that with the Cobra here and Cheetah, those are both fire signs, and then you guys had fire energy as the zodiacs between the two of you. So it's likely that you both have a similar fire placement or have prominent fire placements in your charts. And I also feel like with the Peacock and Air, and then you have a Swords card here and they have a Swords card, so you guys also seem to be very much connected on a mental level. I feel like both of you are working on your mindset, and it seems like both of you are starting to upgrade and up-level your mindset. For your person, it seems like they're really figuring out their why, their purpose in life. What is their motivator in life? Why do they want to get out of bed in the morning? Why do they want to do the things that they do? What is that motivation to for their life? They're really starting to hone in on their purpose, and it seems like they're moving after something, though because it's facing this way, it would be kind of interesting if you happen to be coming into their path, because it seems like you're kind of intent on your energy and healing from any past wounds, but very focused in the now. They seem to have a lot of energy on you, moving towards you, figuring out how to move towards you, but also evaluating the past to find and understand their purpose and to heal from the past. I feel like they're doing a lot of healing work and a lot of acceptance of the past, and coming to this place where they can now figure out why they made those mistakes in the past, or why they did what they did in the past, and their purpose now. What should they be doing now? How can they move forward in the best way now for themselves? And I think they're just very focused on up-leveling their mind, upgrading themselves, figuring out their purpose, and going after it. It seems like they're focusing on their drive and taking actions and connecting to their inner fire to move forward. I feel like this person may be mentally a little bit more immature than you. They could be younger than you, but for some of you, I just feel like they're still leveling up in their mind. They're still learning more about their mind, and because you're showing up here as the Queen of Swords and they're showing up as the Knight of Swords. So they still have a bit of ways to go. And the connecting energy between the two of you, we have the Knight of Cups. So I feel like you guys are very curious about each other, very much wanting to know more about the other person. I think there's a lot of interest here and a curiosity to move towards each other and dive deeper and to really get to know each other, and kind of have some fun, like, and explore. And there does seem to be a bit of like flirtatious energy between the two of you here, and like a desire to dive deeper, to connect to each other deeper and to explore and learn about each other on a deeper level. There's a very like youthful curiosity here. And for some of you, you guys may have met when you were younger. While there's this curiosity here, there's a lack of clarity on intentions, on how this person or how you to each other, like lack of clarity on intentions towards each other, and a bit of like miscommunication on those intentions and on those emotions. So if that sounds like you or this relationship, then congratulations, you found your pile. I'm going to clear this out and then we can get into what their thoughts and feelings are for you. So let's get into their current thoughts and feelings. Actually, let me get the oracle cards. But I do want to say that I feel like for some of you, this person and you, like, this is something that was coming through. This person and you may have had some history together, and while it may not have actually progressed into anything like solid or moved beyond a certain phase, like maybe it never moved beyond curiosity, I feel like they are very curious as to whether or not you're invested in this or like emotionally invested. I feel like maybe both of you are very curious if the other person is emotionally invested in this relationship or if they even care. And on this person's end, I get the feeling that part of them is concerned that if you didn't care, like, how would that impact them? Like, what would happen if they found out you didn't care, basically? Okay, so now let's get into their current thoughts and feelings about you. So we have pleasure and wisdom. And let's pull your tarot cards for this. So, Spirit, what is the person on pile 2's mind? His current thoughts and feelings about pile 2. I was hearing no for one more, so we'll go with it. We have the Lovers, the 10 of Cups, and the 4 of Swords. I'm very curious if you guys have had a relationship with this person in the past, and maybe you just never really got off the ground, and it kind of just, like, I don't want to say fizzled out, but the curiosity kind of just remained, and nothing really happened out of it. But with pleasure coming up, their thoughts and feelings about you are very good ones. Some of them might be a little too good, but like they enjoy their thoughts and feelings about you. And with the Lovers here too, like I feel like there's a lot of curiosity if there's potential in this. There's this maybe even daydreaming about a potential in this relationship. There's like this, for some of you, like this little bit of idealizing and fantasizing about this relationship, about other things in this relationship. That seems to be a theme coming through here, especially with his 4 of Swords, like, you know. Okay, so if that doesn't apply, don't take it. But for some of you, I'm thinking it really does apply. There's a bit of like this daydreaming energy of like where this relationship could go. Could they be fulfilled and happy in this relationship? Would you guys be able to come together and have a happy union? Or just like have fun together? Like there's a lot of curiosity and a desire to know if you could be the one, or like if that doesn't apply, if they could have a good loving relationship with you. Like even if this is a friendship, I feel like this person is very curious as to where this friendship could lead to, and like the future in this friendship, and whether or not there can be like with this wisdom card here, I see like it looks like a parent with their child. So it's almost giving me this feeling of they're very curious as to the long-term of this relationship, like where it could lead in the long term. And I also feel like they've learned a lot through this relationship and through the dynamic, even if you guys haven't been very communicative or in contact with each other. They've just learned a lot over analyzing this relationship and their feelings for this relationship, their thoughts about it, like analyzing deeper into their own psyche about this relationship, their own emotions, has taught them a lot. And I feel like for some of you, they feel very connected to you and they're very curious to explore that connection. They want to know more. There may be some mirroring going on here between the two of you, and they're very curious about that. And just in general, they want to know more. They are very intrigued and very daydreaming and fantasizing about like the potential of this relationship and the future, and what could happen and where it could go and lead. But it doesn't seem like they're ready to take any actions yet towards that. I think they might be a little bit busy in figuring out their purpose and their why, which is important, before they try to rush into a relationship with anybody. I feel like it's important to figure out their why. So it doesn't seem like they're rushing in or trying to rush towards you or even to try and solidify anything. It just seems like they're kind of content living in their fantasies about this and being curious about it and being more in their head and more in their thoughts and their feelings about it than trying to ground it. Or at least when it comes, like even if you guys are talking or even if you guys are meeting each other and like all those things, I feel like when it comes to their true deep emotions, they're more content allowing those emotions to just be something that they fantasize about or something that they keep within themselves, that they're like sleeping on, rather than expressing those things to you. I think they'd prefer to just keep those things to themselves. And even if this isn't romantic, their current thoughts and feelings are that they really enjoy your company and love being around you and feel very safe and calm in your presence, like they can relax and put the load down. I also feel like they've learned a lot from you and they enjoy learning from you. They also feel that you understand them and that you like get them on a deeper level, and that they can share parts of themselves with you that they may not share with others, even if they are a little hesitant to do that. The last thing I'm getting with this is that for some of them, they may feel a little bit emotionally drained by this and very confused, so they need some time to rest and really understand this. So right now they're really trying to gain clarity on this relationship, on the dynamic between the two of you, on why their feelings are so deep or why they feel this pull towards you. I feel like they're trying to figure things out. They're going through a lot of like figuring things out type of phase, learning, growing, understanding themselves, understanding their connection with you, understanding their feelings for you. I feel like they're going through a lot of that right now. which is probably why they're not really ready to make any steps towards you or take any action towards you, or make any moves, like just allowing things to go with in the way that they already are, because I feel like they're not quite like understanding of things yet. We do have the Chariot on the top. I just felt called to pull the top off. That sounded wrong. To pull the top card off the deck. And we have the Chariot. So eventually I do feel like they will make a move towards you once they get an understanding of what is going on in their life and work out their feelings. And I think they just need some time to come into alignment and understanding. So let's see what your guidance and next steps from Spirit are. We have Carnelian and Black Tourmaline. I already flipped that over. And then we have the Knight of Wands reversed. So I feel like it's kind of interesting because Carnelian is about taking action and moving forward, but the Knight of Wands reversed is about slowing things down. So I feel like Spirit is actually telling you to be patient right now. Work on the things that are more important to you. Work on your priorities. Work on your life and figuring things out there. Making moves there. Because you already are with this Queen of Swords too. I should have put it like this. It would have made more sense, but oh well. It seems like you're already doing this. So keep doing that. Keep focusing on you. Continue to cleanse and like clear your energy and protect yourself. I also feel like part of it is this person may not be mature enough yet to give you what you want. Like they may not be in a mature space yet. And so protect yourself, because I get the feeling that you might be being protected from this person right now as they figure out them, like their stuff, you know, as they figure their shit out. But continue that. And so let me read from the guidebook. I'm also finding my word, like I'm starting to trip up on my words. So I feel like there's a reason Spirit is asking you to slow down here and to kind of be patient with this, because I think if you try to rush into this, you may end up like this relationship may really never get to properly form, because both of you may not express things correctly and may trip up on your words, and then like it might cause a greater issue there. So I feel like patience is extremely important. If this relationship is worth it to you, that's only you can decide that. But Spirit is saying that be patient. Don't try to rush in to this relationship. You guys both need time alone, and especially this person, to figure their stuff out, to mature and to kind of grow into their own being. And then you guys will be able to better communicate and express yourselves to each other, and not like have that miscommunication. So let me read from the guidebook. And 10 and 14 might be significant. October 14th could be significant for some of you. We have healthy boundaries, repelling and dispelling unwanted energies, shielding and protection, healthy interdependence. It's natural to yearn for that one special someone to be everything you need. But even if you're matched with your soulmate, the two of you require some time away. Wow, what? I was literally just saying that. That's crazy. From each other now and again to truly appreciate how much you enjoy being together. An afternoon with friends or working on a project solo can recharge your batteries. If you don't want to be apart from the one you love, be sure that it's not because you're afraid to be alone. The conscious universe wants you to be yourself and relaxed in your relationship, for you deserve the gift of a love that is fulfilling and nurturing. Black tourmaline is an incredibly valuable stone for sensitives, empaths, and anyone susceptible to absorbing the energy of others. When carried or worn on the body, it works industriously to capture incoming energy that is less than desirable and transmute it into usable energy. When used in meditation, it helps work through old stuff from a neutral perspective, allowing us to keep the wheat and discard the chaff. So yeah, I think that perfectly sums up everything that I was saying here. Carnelian, increased confidence, dignity, poise, self-assurance. There is strength in allowing yourself to be vulnerable. After all, intimacy and trust can only be built if you let yourself be seen as you really are. Be confident in all that you have to offer a partner and know that the conscious universe wants all of your relationships to nourish you. Carnelian spirit is here to remind you of how wonderful you are. Rest assured that as you experience your dignity and hold your head high, others will recognize that you are a pillar of strength and a beautiful, unique spirit. You deserve the relationship that you want for yourself. Be assured that the conscious universe is working to see that you have it. Carnelian is a stone of confidence, courage, and action. Fantastic for those who are prone to procrastination or have difficulty gathering the courage to take the first step. Carnelian lights a fire in your belly and other less comfortable places, pulls you up by the bootstraps and says, let's go for it. You know what I'm feeling with this is that even if this is a love relationship or even if it's a friendship, doesn't matter. Even if you feel connected to this person, I think with this Carnelian spirit, the message here is that you have a certain standard for what you want out of this specific type of relationship. Don't settle for that. Continue to work on yourself, continue to elevate, and let this person meet you where you're at. Because if you lower your standards to be with this person, not only will they not have the opportunity to up level, which of course they can still do that, but like it kind of doesn't put that pressure, I guess. I don't know how to explain it very well, but like they won't have that opportunity, that's how I'm going to say it, to like up level, or at least the space, because you lowered yourself to be with them. Not that I'm saying that you guys are above or below each other. That's not what I'm saying at all. This message is just kind of not coming out correctly, but I'm still going to go with it. It's just basically like you've worked on yourself, you've set your standards higher, and you deserve to have people match that standard, whether it's a romantic love, a friendship, it doesn't matter, partnership, however it fits for you. And this person isn't there yet. So if you lower your standard to meet this person where they're at, you remove that space for them to grow and meet you where you're at, which would really help them. So I feel like all of that to be said is like, continue just working on yourself and open the space to allow them to meet you where you're at. Don't rush in for them. Don't try to like do their work for them. Focus on you, be patient, and just let things flow in their natural state, because I kind of feel like that's important right now. So pile 2, this is where I'm going to leave your reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you, and thank you so much for being here. If this reading resonated or you liked it, please like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I'll catch you in another video or reading. Bye. Hello pile 3, how are you doing? Let me know in the comment section below. You've chosen this citrine chunk, and I'm going to keep your crystal right here. Before we get into your reading, if you're interested in diving deeper into your inner work journey and connecting with your spirit in a way that's aligned and specifically designed for you, then check out my one-on-one coaching. The link for it is in the description box. And if you want to book personal tarot readings, the link for that is also in my description box. So now let's get into your reading. And before we pull your tarot cards, let's do your energy check. So this is your current energy. We have Earthworm. And then these are the zodiac signs between you two. And then this is your person's current energy. We have Oyster and then the zodiac. So it's interesting. You actually got no zodiac signs. I mean, at the bottom of the deck, we have Aquarius. So that could possibly be your zodiac sign that either you have significant in your chart or that your person has, but we have all planets. So I'm feeling like this relationship, and actually Saturn came out reversed for one of the other piles too, and now I'm feeling like this relationship might be impacted by the Saturn transit that we're going through, or whenever you're watching this, the Saturn transit might be impacting this relationship. And I also wanted to say that I think this relationship is heavily influenced by, or at least your guys' charts are very heavily influenced by these 3 planets. So Saturn, Uranus, and Jupiter, you guys might be going through, either you or your person might be going through a Saturn return, or right now where Saturn is, it's, I believe, still in Pisces when I'm recording this, but it is going to be moving back into Aries at some point. That may be a significant move for you, or just Saturn being in Aries might be important to this relationship. Again, this is a timeless reading, so you could be watching this when Saturn is in some completely different sign. I don't know, but wherever it is, I feel like the Saturn placement at the time of that you're watching this reading is very significant to you and your person. Or again, in your chart, Saturn is somehow a heavy influence. And same with Uranus and Jupiter. I think that your guys' Jupiter placement might be really, really good. You might have a very good Jupiter placement. And your Uranus placement may also be very, you or your person, I keep saying you, but just know I meant you or your person, may also have a very significant or strong Uranus placement. It could be in Aquarius too. So we have 19, 20, and 18. So those numbers could be significant as well to your guys' relationship. And now let's get your tarot for Spirit. What is pile 3's current energy? What is pile 3's current energy? We have the Hierophant and the World. You're going through a lot of major stuff, pile 3, right now. I feel like you're closing out a lot of cycles, and maybe for some of you, you're graduating school even. But I feel like you're doing a lot of closing out work. And even when I was tapping into your energy, or into the energy of this for you and your person, there was a bit of a struggle to tap in. So I wonder if either you or your person is right now a little bit closed off, or you just like there's a bit of a difficulty tapping in and reading your energy. And there also seem to be a lot of things going on. Like, it almost felt a little bit chaotic when I first tapped in. So I wonder if there's a lot of things and events happening in your life or in the life of the person that you're thinking about, and it's just busy and a little bit chaotic. And again, chaos doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. Chaotic energy can also be like just a lot of things going on. I'm not saying that's bad, but that was definitely the feeling that was coming through. So let's also look at, I'm going to just pull your cards and then I'll get into it. So what is the current energy of the person on pile 3's mind? Spirit, what is the person on pile 3's mind current energy? Interesting. They have the Wheel of Fortune. So you and them might. And the other thing too that was coming to me, and I totally forgot to mention it, but you and this person may resonate with either twin flames or like karmic ties or karmic partners, or a karmic relationship. Don't take it if that doesn't apply. It was one of the things that was coming through. And with this Wheel of Fortune coming out for their energy and you have the World here, I wonder if you guys are mirroring each other and like going through similar situations or going through similar situations and things. Let's see your connecting energy. What is the energy between pile 3 and their person? Okay, well, can I get one card to see the energy between pile 3 and their person? Thank you. We have the 6 of Wands and the Page of Swords. So pile 3, starting with your energy, I feel like definitely for some of you, you guys are graduating or you're moving to a new position. You're starting something new. There's like this new beginning type energy here. You may not be quite there yet, but it seems like you're on the verge of starting something new, or you're closing out a major chapter in your life and getting ready to step into a new one. And it may be a little bit nerve-wracking. I think some of you may be a bit nervous about it, about stepping into this new role or stepping into this new position, this new chapter. And I think also during this time, you may be really learning how to ground your energies, how to ground in general, because like we were saying that you have a lot of like energy going on. There was like a lot going on in the beginning of your, as I tapped into your reading. So that's telling me that you have a lot of energy or a lot of things going on in your life or in your mind, and it's really important right now for you to ground. And I think that's what you're learning how to do anyways. But I also want to mention that on this Hierophant card, these two pillars or like mountains, it kind of reminds me of the selenite tower actually, but they remind me of two towers. And so I feel like you went through a few tower moments recently, or at least you've gone through your tower moments and now you're like walking out of them. You're like done with those tower moments and you've learned your lessons, and now you're moving on. But there's this feeling of up-leveling in life, moving to a new position and being a bit nervous and like not knowing if you'll be able to handle it. Though I feel like you have more than enough strength to handle this new chapter in your life, this new position, this new beginning that's about to happen for you very soon, because again, like this seems like you're closing out the lessons that you've been learning. Like you're wrapping it up and you're in the final stage right now is what I'm feeling. And for your person, we have Oyster and the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like a lot of things are also changing on their end. They're going through a massive transformation. They seem to have been in their shell for a while now. They may have been a little bit isolated or a little bit removed, or even if they've been socializing, it seems like they've been really inward focused for a while now. And things are about to shift for them in a major way. There's a lot of change about to happen in their life in a good way. And I think they're finally going to come out of their shell a much brighter and more like captivating individual. I think they're finally going to learn their value. I think that's one of the things that they're going through here, is learning their value and their worth, and allowing that to shine through. And they've gone through a really strong period of inner alchemy and of inner transformations. Like they're no longer the person that they were when they first started this journey, and there's been a lot of changes happening on an inner level for them. And I think it's finally about time to be seen outwardly. So that's what I mean, that you and this person have some mirroring happening here, where it's like you're going through this period of change, and like you're evolving and you're about ready to step out of this old chapter of learning lessons and stuff and get ready to start in something new and begin this new chapter of your life. And they also seem ready to come out of their shell and begin something. Well, I don't know if it's something new for them personally, but I feel like they're still coming out of their shell and they're ready to step out as the version of themselves that they've been cultivating inwardly. And between the two of you, we have the Page of Swords and the Six of Wands as your like the connecting energy between you two. There's a lot of like desire to be in communication with the other person. Like both of you seem to want to talk to each other. Both of you seem to want to be seen by each other, want to show off the things that are happening in your life to each other. It seems like both of you want to be recognized by the other person, and kind of want to share like the wins that are happening in your life, or share the details of your life. It seems like you want to really talk to each other. Whether you guys are in communication or not is not really clear. Like it might be different for all of you, but either way, regardless of that, there's this desire to communicate with each other. There's this desire to be seen by each other, to show each other how well you're doing, to also kind of be like praised by the other person. And for some of you, there's this energy of wanting to show off, like show out and show off. And if this was like a separation, then I feel like part of it is like both of you want to show each other, like, I don't want to say that you're better off without this person, but you guys definitely both want to show off to each other. and show that you've up-leveled. Yeah, so, take what resonates for your particular situation and the relationship between you two. But I don't feel like you're in a whole lot of communication with each other because we have the Page of Swords here. But there's a desire to increase that, or at least to be seen. Maybe even like on social media. I feel like between the two of you, there's this desire to be seen doing well on social media, or like one or both of you might be posting more on social media in hopes that the other person is seeing it. But there's between the two of you, there's this desire to be seen and increase communication and share each other's wins and the things that are going on in life. There's like a very strong want to be seen and talked to by either one of you or both of you. I'm thinking it's both of you. But I also want to mention that for your person, it seems like they do have a lot to share, but they've been holding back. They've either been holding back communication, and maybe that's why there's very limited communication between the two of you, or they've just been holding back in general, like in the way they show up or in their life. They could be holding back, but I think that's the thing that's shifting here with the Wheel of Fortune, is that they're finally ready to reveal things. They're finally coming out, like we said, coming out of their shell and being open to revealing the things that they've been holding back, or the things that they've been kind of harboring inside of them. They want to finally reveal those things, but they are a bit shy and, again, hesitant, I think, to be open and be seen by people. But they do. The funny thing is that they want to be seen, especially by you. Like, I feel like there's this mutual desire to be seen by each other, but they're also shy and like kind of struggling with that. So and I do feel like between the two of you, because we do have the 8 of Wands at the bottom here, it seems like there has been a lot of like missing the mark with each other, because this particular 8 of Wands, the arrows or the wands are like all over the place. Typically the 8 of Wands is like neatly structured, moving in one direction and clear skies, but in this card in particular, it's like the arrows are all over the place and they're missing this bird. So I'm getting the feeling that you kind of have been missing each other, or like missing your opportunities with each other. And that might also be why we have such heavy planetary cards here that came out. Because you guys might, like, there's just a lack of alignment or missing the mark with each other. And that might only apply for some of you. I also want to quickly mention that I feel like with Saturn here reversed, both of you have been going through some major life lessons that you're wrapping up and kind of coming out on the other side of. And 2018 and 2019 could have been significant years for some of you. So now I'm going to clear this out and we'll get into their current thoughts and feelings about you. All right, pile 3, let's get into their current thoughts and feelings. We have these oracle cards here. We have knowledge, study, and purity. And then let me pull your tarot cards. But just based off these cards, the first thing I'm kind of getting is that they're really studying you and their intentions are pure, though they're kind of split in 2 different directions. I feel like they're a bit confused in some cases, but their intentions are pure. So let's get into your tarot. Spirit, what are the thoughts and feelings of the person on pile 3's mind? Person on pile 3's mind, what are their current thoughts and feelings about pile 3? Uh-oh. We have the Knight of Swords. And we also have the Chariot and the Five of Swords. And at the bottom we have the Knight of Cups. So underneath it all, there is a level of care that they have towards you. And I'm also just hearing a dog barking right now, so there is a level of loyalty that they feel towards you. So for their current thoughts and feelings of you, we have knowledge, purity, study, the Knight of Swords, the Chariot, and the Five of Swords. What I'm getting with this is that for some of you, if you've known this person and they kind of hurt you in the past, or there was something like a past situation, I feel like this person wants to apologize for that and make amends for that and kind of set things straight. I feel like they want to clear the air with you and give you the information that you're looking for, shed light on certain things and give you more information and kind of give you their perspective or the background of that situation or whatever the case was between the two of you. If that doesn't apply, I feel like this person wants to get to know you better. They want to learn more about you. I feel like they're very intrigued by you because you're very light and like you shine very bright. And even if that's not how you see it, that's kind of how they see it. They like your light is so bright that they can't help but be intrigued by you, and they want to get to know you more. They want to get to know more about you. And even if you do have a past history, I feel like that still applies. And I do feel like they want to kind of rush in and start talking to you and make moves your way. Even if this is like a friendship, that still applies, or like a platonic relationship, that still applies, because I feel like it's like sometimes when you see somebody, you really want to go talk to them because they look like a genuinely good person. But sometimes with this Five of Swords here, you can be nervous on like it can be a little bit nerve-wracking to go up and introduce yourself to some random stranger. And I think that in this person's case, they're still a little bit nervous to approach you. And if you do have a past history, I mean, the reason they're nervous is because of your past history. And if you don't, I think this person is just a little bit nervous because of this energy that we saw here for them, where they're still coming out of their shell and they're still kind of like learning how to put themselves out there. So that might be why this person's a bit nervous to talk to you, because you seem like a very confident person. At least in their eyes, they see you as somebody who's very confident, who has a lot of things going for yourself, who's very firm in their life, and they seem a little bit intimidated by that in some cases. And so it's a bit like nerve-wracking for them to come and like approach you, regardless of the dynamic of this relationship. But they do want to talk to you. I think if you guys are in communication, I feel like they enjoy talking to you. They enjoy being around you, because I feel like they learn a lot every time they talk to you. They expand their mind a lot when they talk to you, and it can be a very healing thing for them. And talking to you is actually very like enjoyable for them. Your ideas, the way you communicate your ideas and all of that is very intriguing to them, and they enjoy having conversations with you and being in your presence and like learning from you, and just a lot like opening up their mind as they talk to you, learning more from you, or in some cases even teaching you or learning alongside you. I think they enjoy all of those things. And if you guys have traveled together, that's also coming through here. They enjoy your travel conversations. They enjoy being in the car with you, and they enjoy like that presence that you bring, because even if they're nervous, your conversations usually take them out of those nerves. And the last thing I'm getting here is that if this was like a relationship from the past and you split off, then I feel like they tried their best to mentally move on, or just to move on in general, but it seems like there's still some attachment here, and they've been trying their best to like work through that. And I feel like part of it is that that's part of the thing that they want to communicate with you, to see and gain an understanding of like your perspective on it, or like if you have struggled with the same thing, or like just to understand why they're going through that, why they're feeling that. That will only apply to a very specific few of you. And for some of you, I just feel like they're trying to gain more clarity about your perspectives, about you, your interests, and trying to understand you better and on a deeper level. So now let's see your guidance and next steps from Spirit. We have Agrine Spirit, or Agrine Crystal, and then the High Priestess. I feel like in this situation, really trust your gut feeling and trust your intuition. Whatever next steps you need to take, or however you feel that you need to move when it comes to this relationship or this situation, trust it, because that's your guidance right there. Is your inner guidance is really speaking through to you in this situation when it comes to this, and trust that. I have a feeling that you're very spiritually connected and very strong, and have a very strong connection to your inner world and to your psyche and to source, or whatever source you believe in. You have a very strong connection, so trust that connection to guide you through this relationship or this situation, and trust that source to present the next steps for you as those next steps are ready. Like when you're ready to know the information, it will be presented to you, or when you're ready to know the next step, it will be presented to you, and trust that it's going to open up for you. And when that next step comes, take it, trust yourself and take that next step, because a lot of this has to do with just trusting in you, trusting in your guidance, your inner guidance, over trying to seek like outside guidance. Let's read from the guidebook for this. I'm also feeling like protect your energies, because the black on this Agrine Spirit card is giving me the feeling to like a black tourmaline. Trust your energies, protect your energies, ground yourself, and like focus in on what you're doing and your inner world. We have integrity, solidarity, impeccability, reliability, and consistency. Do you struggle with trusting others? You need to trust yourself first. Agrine Spirit is calling you to be confident, for you deserve to trust yourself, trust the universe, and be true to yourself. Your strength and integrity will inspire others to show up as strong and reliable too, so be impeccable with your words. Consistently assert the values you hold dear and your right to be your unique self, for there can be no well-being when you are denying your truth. Be a beacon of integrity, and you will draw to you others who appreciate you. Agrine helps pull us out of our emotions and place us firmly in the well of our strength. Meditation with this stone can assist in showing us how far we have come in our journey. It encourages us to embody all we have learned and reclaim our power. So that very much sums up what I was saying about this High Priestess as well. And we do have the Wheel of Fortune under the deck and the Nine of Cups underneath that. So like your advice is to know that things are going to be changing. Things are changing even for you, for them, in this relationship. There's a constant change happening. So trust yourself in that process. Just like we saw with this Agrine Spirit, trust yourself, trust your inner knowing. That is your source of guidance. It's bringing you where you need to be. There's a lot of shifts happening, but it's all happening for your benefit, and it will turn out good in the end, because we do have the Nine of Cups underneath that. So that's a beautiful wish fulfillment. So whatever it is that you wanted out of this relationship, or in life, it may not even have to do with this relationship, but whatever you wanted out of life, it's happening for you. Trust the process and continue making moves where you need to. Pile 3, this is where I'm going to leave your reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you, and thank you so much for being here. If this reading resonated with you, then like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I'll catch you in another video or reading. Bye. Hello, pile 4. How are you doing? Let me know in the comment section below. You've chosen this aquamarine crystal, and I'm going to keep it right here. Before we get into your reading, if you're interested in diving deeper into your inner work journey and connecting to your spirit in a way that's aligned and specifically designed for you, then my one-on-one coaching link is in the description box. Check that out. And if you want to book personal tarot readings, my tarot reading link is also in the description box. So now let's get into your reading. Let's start with your energy check. This is your current energy. We have Elk. This is the connecting zodiac signs, and then this is the person on your mind's energy, current energy, and we have Swan. And then the zodiac signs between you, we have Air, Gemini, and Pisces. So you could either be a sun, moon, rising Gemini or significant Gemini placements. They could have that. Same with Pisces. You could have significant Pisces placements, or you could have a significant air sign placement in general. I'm also seeing 3, 25, and 12. So March 25th or March 12th or March in general could be significant. December 25th, which would be Christmas, that could also be significant, or December 3rd. So, and even if it's not dates, this could be like other things that could be significant. Those numbers in general could be significant to this relationship. And now let's pull your tarot cards for your current energy. Spirit, what is pile 4's current energy? We have Goddess Ella. Ooh, pile 4. All right, what is the person on pile 4's mind? Current energy. What is the current energy of the person on pile 4's mind? The Queen of Pentacles. Okay, and then what is the current energy between both pile 4 and their person? What is the current energy between pile 4 and their person? Okay, just one card. What is the energy between pile 4 and their person? Thank you. We have the 5 of Swords. That has been coming up, I believe, in all of the piles. That's so fascinating. And then we also have the 5 of Cups. So a lot of 5 energy for you. So pile 4, for your cards, this is irrelevant, by the way, of gender and whatnot, but it seems like you're in the energy of being very stable, being consistent, leveling up in your life, connecting to your divine energy, to your spirit, connecting to yourself, and really working on yourself and being reliable and providing for yourself, providing the structure, being your source of support, or just being very supportive. I think your energy in general is very confident, very supportive, very encouraging, and very stable to be around. I think you've grounded your energy in a way where you're extremely stable of a person. Also, I'm all of a sudden getting very hot right now. So I wonder if like you've worked on warming your life up, and like your energy is very warm and very radiant, and it gives people that, like the sun energy gives people very warm, comforting vibes. And I think you're very focused on up-leveling yourself, stepping into your power and stepping into your like divine feminine, or you're just open to your feminine energy, on healing any feminine energy wounds or any masculine wounds, balancing your energies out, because the Elk card is a masculine card and the Goddess Ella is more feminine card. So you could be working on balancing your energies out and grounding yourself and stabilizing your life, and just being a stable, a consistent presence in general. And for your person, again, this is regardless of gender or anything like that. We have the Queen of Pentacles here and the Swan. So I would say that they're very focused on their reflection, on who they want to be and what they're facing in the mirror. They want to really, like, they're doing a lot of inner reflections, and I think they're gaining a lot of understanding about themselves through these reflections. I also feel like they're very busy on their material world, so working, up-leveling their finances, you know, getting that bag. Like, they're very focused on that and making sure that they're providing for themselves, and they're kind of focused on creating a sense of comfort around them. I feel like they're very focused on creating the life that they want, building out the vision for their life. I feel like that's really where their energy is. That's where their focus is. I also want to say that it's interesting. Both of your guys' energies are opposing. Like, you're looking this way and they're looking that way. So I wonder if you guys are walking in two different directions, if you're not really in communication with each other. And especially with this Five of Swords here, it also kind of seems like there's a bit of like a conflict between you. This is your the energy between the two of you. It seems like you're not really in communication, or there was a falling out that happened here. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of friendly energy. Like, there's, even with the Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck, it gives me the feeling that there may have been some hurtful things that happened in this relationship, and it caused either you or this person or both of you to walk away from this relationship. I'm also noticing there's another, like, there's Aquarius on here, so another air element, which makes sense because it's the swords. But I feel like there was some hurtful things that happened between the two of you, and because of that, you're not really in communication, and it seems like you're kind of going your separate ways. And I mean, I hope this ended amicably, but like with the Five of Swords here, it doesn't seem that way. I'm feeling like there was a lot of miscommunication in this relationship, and I'm feeling like the hurts are a result of the miscommunication or the misunderstandings. And there wasn't really a clear, like, there wasn't clarity between the two of you, or you guys didn't make things clear, or clear the air. Like, if somebody felt a certain type of way, they didn't express it to the other person, so there wasn't an opportunity to clear the air and gain closure or gain understanding or gain the clarity that was necessary. And so I think that kind of has been lingering for both of you, and both of you may just be misunderstanding the other person and their intentions and whatnot. We'll get into their thoughts and feelings after this, but both of you do seem to be working on self and working on improving your life and upgrading yourself, and just really focused on doing you. It doesn't seem like you guys are really focused on each other at all. It just seems like there was this conflict and these things happened, and you kind of just moved your separate ways. But a lot of it is based in misunderstanding and miscommunication and a lack of like clearing the air. I'm gonna clear this up, and then we can get into their thoughts and feelings about you. All right, so this is your their thoughts and feelings for you, the oracle cards for that. We have inspiration and going forward. And then now let's pull your tarot cards for this. Spirit, what are the person on pile 4? What is the person on pile 4's mind's current thoughts and feelings about pile 4? What is the person on pile 4's mind current thoughts and feelings about pile 4? So we have the Emperor here and the Devil, and I'll get one more. Can I get one more? The Wheel of Fortune. And the World. Wow, that is wild. Every single one of their thoughts and feelings about you, and even the card at the bottom, are major arcana. What I'm getting is that this person's current thoughts and feelings they're very inspired by you, and no matter how much they move forward in their life, they can't help but think about you, think about your guys' relationship, the dynamic between the two of you, things in the past. I really do feel like this is a past relationship, like we already saw in the energy check. It doesn't seem like you guys are really in contact or talking to each other, but no matter how far along in their life they go, they seem to still be drawn back to your energy or to you. Some of them may even watch you on social media or like occasionally check up on you on social media, but they're very inspired by you. I think they have a hard time letting you go. They have a hard time letting go of this relationship, and some of them really want to stabilize it, like with the Emperor here. So I'm getting a few different things. Depending on the dynamic of this relationship, this person could have a lot of like lustful thoughts and feelings towards you, but they also want to actually ground it into something stable and secure. They want to solidify this and like lock it down, but they're really not even sure if the opportunity for that has already passed them by. They're not sure if that's even possible or if that will come in. Some of them feel like this was a fated connection with this Wheel of Fortune, that there was a lot of fated encounters, and maybe it really was. We did see the Swan here for their energy, so possibly that for some of you this could be a twin flame type of connection, or a karmic connection that also came up in the last pile, so some of you might have been drawn there. But regardless, I feel like they still continue to have these types of thoughts, like they want to like move forward in this relationship or even just move forward in their life, but they can't help but always think about you or think about this relationship, and it seems like their thoughts just naturally come back here. And they, like, while they want to ground it, they're not really 100% sure if that's possible. Like, they're really hoping that it hasn't ended, but they seem to think deep down it really has. So they're doing their best to move forward and move on. As we saw with your guys' energy, it seems like both of you are kind of doing that. But there's still this attachment here. There's still this like desire, again, depending on the relationship, there's this like attachment to you and to your guys, to your energy. And I feel like they very much enjoyed their time with you, even if there was those hurts and things that came up afterwards. I think they very much enjoyed their time with you, and they think about that a lot, about the past, and they wish that they could change the things that happened in the past, or they wish that they could have this clarity or clear the air with you, but they're again not sure if that would happen. And some of them are too closed off to admitting their own faults, which may be something that they're actually working out right now, because we saw that they're going through a period of reflection. It may be something that they're working out, but I don't know if they've come to that position yet. I just feel like for some of them, they may not fully be able to understand or recognize where they went wrong in the relationship and how things went left. If, I'm assuming that did happen because of everything we've seen so far. And I get the general feeling that while they're interested and inspired by you, they're not outwardly showing it. And this could possibly be a new relationship, just one that or like a new relationship in the sense that you guys don't really know each other very well, but just one where there's not a whole lot of communication. That is a possibility, but I'm feeling like that's a very limited view of you. And in that case, they are very intrigued by you. Their thoughts go towards you a lot, but that's kind of where it ends. Like, it's kind of, I'm feeling a lot of confliction in this pile as well. I feel like the confliction is coming from this partly being attached, partly wanting to be in your presence in your life, partly wanting to clear the air, and the other part, and also wanting to solidify this and have a stable like relationship. But the other part is like, is it too late for that to happen? How would you even go about that? Like the logistics of it, like actually making that happen. And also for some of you, there may be a physical distance, because we do have the world at the bottom. There may be physical distance, or you guys again may not be in communication with each other. So that is part of the thing of like, how would that even happen? We're not in communication with each other. There's this distance between us. So like, how would we even go about that? That's kind of what I'm feeling with that. And for others of you, this person very much wants to change the dynamic of the past, wants to move on from the past, is hoping that you'd be willing to move on from the past or whatever happened in the past, and like change things up and just move on from it. Let it go, clear the air. Like they really want to just create a change here. They don't want to keep repeating the situation from the past. They want to have a change happen, and they're willing to step up to do that if the circumstances aligned and the opportunity presented itself. But there is a heavy attachment here, and they definitely haven't let you go or let your relationship go, and they've never really forgotten about you. Even if they've been doing their best to move forward in their life and to do whatever they need to do for themselves, up-level themselves, their thoughts do frequently go back to you. Because maybe you were a really good friend, or maybe you were a really good partner, or whatever it is, and somehow, some way, that misunderstanding happened between the two of you that then soured this relationship and didn't really allow things to progress in the right direction, or they did something that hurt you, or vice versa. However, take what applies, obviously. But yeah, these are their current thoughts and feelings. Now let's get some guidance and next steps from Spirit for you. We have Petrified Wood and Temperance. So I feel like your guidance and next step is that if you want to reach out to this person, if you want to talk to them, to clear the air, and obviously you have that ability to do it, then I would say do it to make peace with your own mind. Because if it's something that's been bothering you, then you might as well take the step to clear that out so that you have peace. I'm also noticing that both on this Petrified Wood and on this Temperance card, right here at right above the right above the third eye, there's this swirly, well, on here it's not really a swirly, but on here it is. And I'm feeling like if you're being called to it, if you're being drawn to contact them, to reach out, then do it, because maybe there's some value in doing so. And even if they don't necessarily reciprocate the same way or whatever, then you'll have your answer right there. You'll be able to have the clarity and move forward in the way that you need. But if you just allow the confusion to keep eating away at you, it's just going to keep lingering, basically. So at least if you feel called, if you don't feel called to reach out and you feel called to just move on in your life, do what you feel called to do. And maybe you're a bit confused on what you feel called to do, and I would think if that's the case, then take some time to evaluate, like, if you did reach out, what would likely happen? If you didn't reach out, what would likely happen? How would you feel if you reached out? How would you feel if you didn't reach out? Like, maybe just explore that, and you can come to a decision from there. But with Temperance, it's really about balance and like alchemizing things. So maybe it's time to change the story with this relationship, change the dynamic here, look at things from a different perspective, and alchemize any pains from this to be your source of strength and move on. Like, maybe it's time to not keep holding on to the hurts from this or the misunderstandings, and clear the air. Like, I feel like it's about time now to clear the air between the two of you, just for your own peace. It doesn't even have to do with this other person. It's for you. It's for your own peace, so you can just like release it and let it go, for your own energy, so you're not just like energetically holding on to this baggage. Let's read from the guidebook for this. We have patience, timelessness, patience, and trust in universal timing, going with the flow. Healing is a process, and you can't force the conscious universe to operate at your preferred pace. And really, you wouldn't want to, because there is a larger plan that accounts for so much that is invisible to you. Trust in the timing, and all will work out just as it should. Focus on the learning and the loving in your relationships, on reconnecting to the conscious universe for guidance. You cannot determine whether this relationship is right for you right now until you let go of the need to know all the answers instantly. Meditate, observe, take a break, and you will know which move to make and when to make it. Petrified wood teaches patience and reconnection with the wisdom of nature. It can assist those who view the world as materially based. Meditation with petrified wood can also be helpful in exploring and clearing ancestral patterns carried in DNA. So again, I feel like the advice here is to trust your calling and do what's going to bring you peace in this moment. If it brings you more peace to just leave it be as it is, then do that. But if it brings you more peace to reach out and clear the air, then do that. Like, whatever it is that's going to bring you the peace and clarity that you need in this moment, trust it and go with it. And even if this other person doesn't reciprocate, then you have your answer right there. So pile 4, this is where I'm going to leave your reading. Thank you so much for being here and allowing me to do this reading for you. If this reading resonated, then like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I'll catch you in another video or reading. Bye.